Hello. Hey, how's it going? I'm here. I'm real. It's happening. Nothing. This is normal occurrences. I don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of it. Hello. Hi. We're continuing the Factorio thing. I feel like I had something to say, but I don't even remember it now. These intros are always just awkwardly built out of like the last shreds of concentration that I have when preparing the stream to happen. No thought is put into them. Anyway, here's us. Here's us. We're windowed. We're up and operational. We are good to go. As you can see, place is operational. As you can see, those tanks have just run over an entire column of fighters. I'm internally conflicted on how often I want place to be operational. Should I just do it for my streams? Should I do it for like all of my streams or just the Sunday ones? Because I feel like the Sunday ones are probably the most available for people to show up at, and I don't want people to feel bad if they're missing the opportunity to edit place during other times. Also, I've been trying to figure out how to compile programs for Mac computers via my Windows copy of Visual Studio in order to allow Quint to run place on their MacBook while in Germany. Haven't figured that out yet. We might just do some awkward thing where I run it here and we'll like streamcast it over. I don't know. Not a problem yet. Quint's return to streaming is I got like a few weeks. I hope I figure it out. I probably won't, just due to a lack of effort. It's all good. Let's talk about the game. Let's enter the game, actually. Just continue. Alright, we're here. Oh, it looks funky. Okay, so, recap on what happened. Last time, we began a crusade of not using belt. And now, we've on the precipice of inventing rail technology. We already started doing a bit of rail technology. In that I've swapped out the unconnected iron and steel for a few like cargo wagons to hold the iron in, which has actually increased the efficiency of this whole thing. It's actually quite helpful. And we can now use this technology and power to build up an actual proper infrastructure of stuff. Because cargo wagons do a bit more than just hold things. Unlike the wrecked ship, which we've been using just to hold our iron in our big smelter up here, you can actually filter what items go in the cargo wagon you want. This is important because it means that with a combination of this and filter inserters, we can use cargo wagons to hold different types of items without the two types getting in each other's way. This is effectively our splitter. It's a really awkward splitter, but it also works as an underground belt. Because you can imagine like a line of items going in here and then coming out here, whereas another one's going like up and then it comes out the top. So it's a connecting junction that allows us to split this thing. It also means that this alignment problem that we've been having with iron and copper and all the materials up here where we can't have more than 4 lines going in any which way is effectively solved. Anywhere where we have this, we can put a cargo wagon and it'll just act as a unified junction. It can also act as a buffer to store items that we need for a particular thing. There's a lot of unexplored territory that we can venture through at some point. Right now, though, I want to start implementing... I just want to improve our infrastructure. We've got a dinky little section over here that's making science, and we can sort of modularize that, or we can add some buffer. We can also start, like, bulk mining things. Like, get some actual... Our copper is just 2 drills. That's not enough in the long term. If we want to actually properly mass-produce things, we're going to need a lot better than that. We also took a look last time at our territories, like the geography of the area, to try and find out what exists and what we can do with it. And I think our best approach is to expand south. This wall here, I think, is a good place to start. This area can be pinned off nicely, but the pollution will aggro these people, and they might go down, or they might go all the way around. Our long-term plans are going to be dependent on what exactly other lakes are to the north, but I think our south border is pretty well defined. This wall here, this wall sideways, maybe angle up to this lake, or maybe there's another lake over here that we can then wall up to there. Then we have the entire east sealed. The north can connect from this tiny lake to over here, and then our northwest is open-ended, let's say. As we continue, we're going to need to dedicate factories to making things other than just science. We are going to want to mass produce the materials we need in order to build and develop the factory, so that I don't have to keep doing it manually, and so that we can start actually fully, properly snowballing to oblivion and beyond. But I want to focus on our problems. I'm very problem-oriented. I see the problems and I try and fix them more than I aspire to just do higher orders of things. And to that end, I want to get solar power. Last stream, I don't know. We got into a brownout that cycled into our entire factory just turning off. And that was a problem with the fact that we were drawing too much power. These mines slowed down. The inserters were pulling it all over, slowed to a crawl, and then the steam engines didn't get enough fuel to sustain themselves. The solution to that, of course, is to have solar panels to, work whether or not the coal gets there. And even though we won't have the infrastructure to have long-term, effective solar powers for a long time, getting them now can act as an emergency failsafe in case the factory destroys itself. So I'm going to do that. And while that technology is at work, we can start thinking about how we want to improve our technology as it exists so far. In the last series, I created this system where trains would arrive at a mining site, literally drive into it. The drills would directly feed into the cargo wagons, and then when it's full, it would leave. It worked, but it was extremely slow, and it meant that the mines could not they couldn't mine copper or iron or whatever ore they were dealing with while the train wasn't there. So I want to use this sort of cargo wagon as chest idea to maybe make that a little easier. So I'm going to demonstrate this plan using the copper area, because the copper area is probably the least mission critical. So if I mess it up, it's not that big of a problem. It starts with, let's say 8 drills, just to get the idea across. Then I'm going to need 2 cargo wagons and 4 rail. And then arbitrary amount of inserters, which I already have. Here's the idea. A cargo wagon can fit pixel perfectly on 2 rail. It gives it a very exacting alignment, which connects it to exactly 6 inputs on either side of the wide ends, and 4 on the short ends, assuming long-handed inserters. This means that we have, with drills that are 3 wide by 3 wide, the capability of putting 4 drills on the outside. All 4 drills will mine into this one site. And then we have the capability to extract them using 4 long-handed inserters into, as soon as it's done building, another cargo wagon. This is a very big, very bulky, very expensive, not that good throughput, but like reasonably throughputed substitute for like like that transport belt that you use in a mine to just move out all the ore in one direction. But what makes this even better is I can go up, backwards into the rails. So now this one's also pixel perfect connected, and I can put the inserters here. Now I'm going to have to move this drill out of the way just to fit it, so I'll just put it on the other side. Now you can imagine me putting more drills down like this. And then if I had a way to power this... okay, there's a... there's a bit of an awkward step that I didn't really consider. I don't have a way to power the inserters. I can power the drills by putting a pole on the outside, but the drills are kind of stuck. They're hogging the place, and I don't have the area to fit that in. Okay. But you can see the idea. I'd have these drills, the inserters would, like, port them over, and then it would just work. Maybe we can fix this by moving the drills one more up. So put the cargo wagon... Why can't I rotate you? Like this. Yeah, there's another problem here, and that's that the long-handed inserters, the moment they're placed underneath the carriage of the wagon, you can't move them again. There we are. So, to demonstrate the idea again, lower power, I don't want to suddenly have my inventory full of just random junk. There we go. So just to demonstrate the idea, not connecting it to anything. Like an inserter here, sorry, the electric pole there, here. Oh. And then however many output you want is sufficient. Oh, and if you zigzag these, it seems to work better. There we go. This is my solution to bulk drilling with... I feel like it's good. I don't know, what do you think? It's like, this will power that, this will power... Oh, it doesn't power this one. Maybe we want electric energy distribution. The steel poles will work for this. How much is that? 250 versus 120. Let's get that instead. We can... We'll wait on solar panels. I want to finish this design first. The only downside to this design is that it is missing the ore along here. Oh, no, wait, that's a me problem. These drills should be one further down. There we go. Oh, and now those do power the top and bottom regardless of where they are. Excellent. Never mind, this is working fine. Though I suppose with the extra steel, I would be able to afford only putting the power pole on one side of this track. So it's still an improvement. Good, good. So the idea will be to put this wherever we can in each of our ore patches. It can be as long as we want. We can parallel as many as we want. And then we'll have a good source of, like, ore. Transported at the speed of, well, I guess the throughput would actually be like the throughput of the long-handed inserters times 4. Which is pretty good. At least for acquisition from stores. But maybe at the end we can have a... Let's just like build more track. Also, why can't I rotate the ghost of a cargo wagon? I'm thinking at the end of this whole... Okay, the alignment... Alignment is not trivial. Because it aligns like that. And that's not enough for the top one to reach. So if we... So this is reaching. Then we do it the short version with the inserters over. Then that'll fit in. And then we'll have this wide. We can then move by 12 long-handed inserters into, let's say, a hypothetical, like, rail track that a train passes in. Like, here's the station. It'll go from here into here, and then this will be 6 wide. So the 6x2, the 12 long-handed inserters will fill in from the buffer here. Okay. I got it. I figured it out. I solved it. Mystery is solved. We did it. This is going to be so expensive. And, like, the thing I'm the worst at in this game is actually having, like, reasonable infrastructure. I always have, like, the near bare minimum to get something done. I'm so bad about building to scale, like scaling up production. That's my weakness in this game. Like, look at me. I'm just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for the technology to be gone. No, okay. Let's start actually preparing a production. I'm going to use this design, and I'm going to use this design at the stone to start. Stone is going to be important to us because I expect us to be using a lot of rail infrastructure. Get this huge rock out of my way. I gotta go dig some rocks. How dare that rock get in the way of me digging rocks? Now, it's important. The rails exist on a separate 2x2 grid, independent of the 1x1 grid that the rest of the world uses. So we need to make sure that our drills cover what they need to. We don't need... I mean, we're going to need stone, but we're not going to need much starter stone, so I think this is fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. The inserters will here. Cargo wagon there. And out to that buffer there. So that's, wait for it. 1. Where's it? Where's it? Where are you hiding? Oh, wait. Yep. Then... Yes. Look at that! It's working, kinda. Yeah, we're getting stone. Beautiful. I am now suddenly optimistic for the feasibility of this plan. In fact, I'm so proud of that design. Once we get the steel electric poles, I will immortalize it as a blueprint. Now, there's no reason it only has to be 2 wagons. You can go as far as it wants. It's just that these particular ore patches are small. We don't need all that space yet. And it's certainly not the most densely packed option we could have gone with, but it works, and it works well. Let's get some lights down. I feel good about this. Beautiful. Sorry, I'm just transfixed. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm happy with it. I have pride in my work. That said, that is 8 more drills. How's the electricity grid going? Production. Okay, production and satisfaction are fighting each other. And yeah, it's attributed to electric mining drills. Understandable. We did just basically double how many drills we had operational. That's the pollution going from that. Okay. Not in the danger yet, but we're close. We're in danger of being in the danger. Condolences to the debris of my former ship. The laboratory does not have enough steel. Well, it does not have enough iron, is what I mean. And this is purely because it's not smelting fast enough? It's because one long-handed inserter isn't enough to pick up all the iron we need. So let's do this. I mean, it's still being drained instantly, but at least there's a bit more speed behind it. Now let's add the new inserters to our hot bar. Electric energy distribution. Nice. Now let's we are mining the stone. We can afford to just get more fast furnaces. That might be beneficial to us in the long run. Advanced material processing is going to require the blue science, though. Blue science, it needs a lot. It needs oil. Solar energy. I'm going solar energy. Okay. Well, we have the electric pole technology now. We can now optimize our setup. We can also just make obsolete the wooden poles entirely. Like, we don't need them anymore. We don't need them in our neck of the woods. So, big there. Big there. Oh. Big there. Now let's blueprint. You are the template. Include the trains. Thank you. Snap to grid. Unnecessary. The train and rails are a part of this. Yeah, this is the drill setup. No further details are necessary. Look at this. We have the technology. Beautiful. Oh, I just had a terrible idea. What if we barreled the water so that we could move the steam engines closer to the coal plant? We barrel the water, use inserters to move it all down here, unbarrel it, and then just put them into the boilers. That'd be funny. Electric usage is not doing too well. Weirdly enough, I think the thing tipping us over the edge is the lamp. This one's empty. This one's... It's holding up. This one is keeping up. This one's keeping up. This one is empty. Because they're all going down here. And this one's empty and stays empty most of the time. Okay, it's clear to me that we are using too much, or more iron than we have. Or not that we have, but that we're extracting. Laboratories don't seem to care that much. Seems like we're keeping up just barely. It's close. We may soon see it. We may soon see it. We may soon see it fall behind. And we may soon. Of the stone. The stone is full. The second stone is almost full. Great. Anyway, let's start designing for danger. How's the radar doing? Scanning out this area here, it seems. Well, that lake is as unfortunately small as I initially thought. And there is nothing over here. This is pure open space. That is unpleasant. Or at least I'm not happy by it. Okay, things we're going to need. We are going to need coal. We're going to need copper. We're going to need iron. Let's put the next buffer here and have it be for coal. That good enough? Oh, one more up. Well, I guess I'm ripping out all this. Sorry there, ancient coal buffer. There. Now we just need the resources. 8 mining drills. Followed by 6 rail. Followed by 3 cargo wagon, followed by 12 long-handed inserters, followed by 3 electric poles we already have, a few lights I already have. I think that's it. Let's put the lights down then. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait for it. 7, 8. Dang it! 8. Dang it, 8. Next up, the rails. And we put the wagons here. Here. And here. Now our electric production is going to be out of whack, and we are soon going to have a blackout. Yep, here we go. that ain't good. That ain't good. That's not good. Low power, low power, low power, low power. This ain't good. What if I did it again? Oh, I forgot to put down the inserters at the coal mine. Oops. Oh, my poor factory. This is the death knell. We're gonna watch the death happen right here. The backlog of coal is gonna start chugging. It's not gonna be able to fill it in time. So far, so good. It seems like the backlog is hit about here-ish. But it's slowly making its way. Every few cycles, we're losing a little bit of the buffer. You can see it in how these inserters are slowly coming out of sync. And that's it. That's the death of it there. It's going to go all the way up until eventually there's nothing left. It won't happen all in one fell swoop from this, but it's going to go up, propagate to here. Then everything's going to slow down slightly. And then it'll just compound until death. I'm not going to stop it. And the reason I'm not going to stop it is because I want to watch it happen because I think it's interesting. It's here right now, it seems. Then... when it drops the coal and the hand in front of it is already waiting for it, that's when you know it's hit. So... right there, you just saw it happen. Only a few more. Only a few more, and the system can't handle it anymore. Why am I taking joy in watching my own factory grind to a halt? I don't know. I'm having a good time. Here it is. It's taking a while here. Oh, there it goes. There it is. There it is. You see that stop? Now it's there. So now the coal supply is no longer, the throughput pattern is no longer based on the consumption speed, but now the production speed. And once there's a gap, that means that the production is not going to match the consumption. And so the consumption will eventually run dry. And that's when the factory dies. It's actually holding steady. I think it's because it's daytime and the lamps are off. It could also be because the stone is almost full. And therefore, these mining drills are no longer providing strain on the system. It's a very delicate balance. Yeah, you can see it's actually propagated backwards. The factories actually managed to have some resilience. Good job, it. We can fix that. We can fix that right up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get. The hardest part of this whole thing is just getting the wagons to align properly. There we go. Now the factory collapses. Wow, it's back propagated all the way over here. It just goes to show how little capacity this inserter line has. I don't know why I'm playing a game of chicken with my own factory. It's fighting. It's fighting, but production is at full. That is a horizontal line. Oh, it's already made it back up here. Here we go. Here we go. The lamps. It's all coming together. We are going to watch the dynamics of a factory starved of power. Four, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Dead. 1, 0, dead. This boiler has fallen. Production still going. Steam capacity is at half. It's running out though. 72.8 and holding 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Next cycle is at 16, 11. The moment it hits 0, we go to half power. 0. 0.6, 0. 0.6. Oh, the dips. The dip spikes. They're spiking, they're dipping. Oh. The entire factory. And the mining drills, now with only half power occasionally, are mining even less. There's going to be even less and less coal coming to the system. This is never going to get power again. Never mind, it just did for a split second. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. This is actually holding. Oh, never mind. It's a desperate fight. Five, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. You can see the harmonics in play. 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Hold on, I'm about to teleport 1.5. Boom. Okay, I just realized I forgot to turn off the audio delay from the Mario Maker stream on Thursday. So everything I've been saying has been 1.5 seconds behind everything that's been happening, and I profusely apologize. Me saying those numbers out loud probably made no sense, considering I was a second and a half off. I fixed it now, we're good, but oof. We're gonna have to fix that in post. Anyway. Now it's the steam that's running low. We're at 132 out of 200. 129. 101. The moment it hits 0, the factory is gone. Everything stops. 66. It's dropping by like 25 each time. 7. Death knell. Now. Oh, it was so close. The coal would have gone in there and it would have lived for maybe like another second and a half. I don't know. And that is a dead factory. Solar panels are done. Let's research the next level of steel, I guess. Well, steel furnaces, I guess. And we shall now demonstrate the strategic advantage of having an emergency supply of power that doesn't require power to operate. And I shall do this using the age-old tactic of using a single solar panel. This will not stop the factory from dying on us, but it will stop the factory from dying when it dies. It will simply slow to a crawl, but keep itself alive. Things will still progress, just slowly. And you know what? That's good enough for my book. You can now see that there's enough power to move the coal over and then pick it up. Here's the handoff. That's the handoff happening right there. And then it moves it all the way over across an insurmountable gap with all the energy it can muster. And once it arrives, the power jumps back to life. And then it stops again. And we got slow motion as the next piece of coal moves in for the victory. Slowly, and boom, we got power again. And then the next coal. You can tell that the inserter noise is not slowed down in any way. So it's just this one moving, but it's doing like the noise over and over again instead of it being elongated. A little bit of a dissonance that has occurred there. The handoff. Oh no, it's nighttime. The solar panel is doing even less. Because you can hear the sound it's making. It's going er. But since the inserter is going slower, the noise is disjointed from the actual actions of the inserter in this moment. Anyway, I guess I'll build more solar panels. Because, like, this is the genuine problem. The factory doesn't have enough power. I'm just sort of casually ignoring it for my own entertainment value. And now it's nighttime and there's no power anywhere. I could jumpstart the steam engines with the coal in my inventory. I could do plenty of things that would actually benefit the factory and its operations. I'm just not. What's stopping me? Oh, it's actually the copper I need more of. Perhaps I shall build an emergency copper smelter here. Similar to the one I built for the iron and steel. Oh, I have no steel poles. Why'd I build a station? I did not want to build a station. As the power regains itself, barely, with these solar panels, I'm going to focus my efforts on building more of them, and just placing them in places. I like to quantify my solar panels in chunks of 8, because in my mind, 8 solar panels is equivalent to, like, 1 steam engine, and it's therefore sort of a, in my mind, a convenient metric to work with. So right now I have 4, and I want 4 more. Alright, fine. I'll jumper cable the factory. Boom. This is actually a slight improvement over our like best case scenario of like 10 minutes ago. Because we now have 4 extra solar panels, 3.6 megas to, okay, it's 3.6 and the 240 kilos. It's a minor improvement, but it is an improvement. It means that the buffer will drain slightly slower. And as I build more and more solar panels, that buffer will simply get better and better. Because, like, what I'd like to do is, a single steam engine can output at maximum 900 kilowatt. One solar panel does 60. But you have 8 of them, and suddenly you're at 480 kilowatts, which is about half a steam engine. So 16 solar panels is equivalent to 1 steam engine on the assumption of purely full power. Obviously, solar panels don't work at night, and when you include the fact that they can only work in the day, and if you store that power in accumulators or whatever, you get half of that. So you really need 32 solar panels to match 1 steam engine overall. But they cost no coal, so it's an improvement. Also, they just sort of sit there doing nothing, which, again, benefit. But for the time being, they are the key to keeping our factory running. One there and one there. And that'll be our 8 for now. Conceptually speaking, the fact that the electric poles are immediately to the solar panels left is probably a bad thing, because they're blocking the sun, because the sun only exists in one direction, and yet becomes day and nighttime anyway. But that's not our problem. We don't need to care about that. Can't really ask for anything more. There's our 8. And satisfaction is still shambles. Oh well. Okay, now that we have a gargantuan buffer of stone, coal, and soon copper, once we build one for iron, we will have a sort of modular bulk mining facility for all of the primary resources we need right now. And we can then start distributing that wherever we need to for whatever factories we need to make. And I think more important than science and the technologies that it gives us, we want to have a mall to build all the resources we need. That is all of our inserters, all the different types, all of the electric poles, all the solar panels, the assemblers, the mining drills, the rails, the trains, the wagons. We're going to need a lot. All the signals. And I want to build the factory that builds those things. Now, I just want to check something. Max consumption total crafting time. In a previous version of Factorio, the different assembly machines had a maximum number of inputted ingredients that they could handle, which meant that in order to build some of the more complicated things that require like 3 or 4 different ingredients, you needed the advanced inserters. I don't know if that's true anymore. I also don't know if you need the assembly machine 2 in order to use liquids in your ingredients for barreling and such purposes. That said, we haven't unlocked the ability to barrel things yet. So it's a rather irrelevant point right now. Yep, there's the factory at a standstill. What have I done? What? What? We're under attack. Who? That was the turret at the steam engine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 I gotta go to war again. I don't want to go to war again. I don't like dealing with these unexpected elements. Okay, where are they coming from? Here's our pollution area of effect. They can only be coming from somewhere in here. There are no settlements in this area, which means this was either a scouting party that got mad or somewhere old has been recolonized. The fact that they attacked the steam engine gives us a little bit of a hint of their origin direction. Like, in which direction they showed up. Skirt the outer edge. And it doesn't look like there's any new bases. Yeah, they're not here. Oh, but this could be close enough. The pollution is sort of spreading into that. Hey, technology. Okay, that does it. We need military hardware. This is a pain, though, because our factory is still starved of actual fuel and stuff. Well, that's full. This is about to be full. Give me some more coal, just in case of trouble. Do we even have walls? Did I invent walls? We do have walls. I need to make walls. Oh, we have steel furnaces as well. Nice. Alright, we've got problems. We've got problems. I mean, the electricity draw across the factory should be going down on average because the mining drills for the coal plant are about to become irrelevant because the entire thing's about to be full. So 4 of them are about to go offline. Same with the coal eventually. Like, the insane draw on the factory is temporary at this time. Absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. Complete disaster. Absolute garbage circumstances. I'm going to get physical projectile damage 1, then I'm getting military 2, and I'm going to build a bunch of steel bullet armor-piercing rounds. The shebang. Maybe I should build some engines. I haven't even acquired automobilism. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm panicked. I'm stressed. What's the stack inserter technology chain? We need to go to inserter capacity bonus 2 to get the non-stack inserter bonus. Okay, good to know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Okay. Wait, does that mean the maximum stack capacity for an inserter is 3? Interesting. Okay. I'm stressed, but okay. Alright, yeah, we are definitely encroaching on the territories down here. I don't know if I have enough literal hardware to do a war. Like, can I build enough bullets? I have armor already. That's good. Light armor, resistance from acid explosions, fire, and physical. I expect the moment physical projectile damage 1 finishes, that military 2 will finish almost immediately. I demand it. I need bullet. Finished already, darn you. Thank you. Military. 15 seconds times 20. I've got like 4 technologies. Should be done in less than a minute. I will upgrade every single magazine I have to the latest version of Adobe Premiere. Sitting there, absorbing the pollution. It must be stopped. How's that technology going? 80%. Good. I want to run in there now. I want to do the murder. I want to do the gameplay. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Now let's get bullet speed while we're at it. Or heavy armor. It's not that big of a deal, but no. Let's work on. Actually, what even helps us? Automation 2 probably helps us. Let's get that. All right. Bullets. Wait. Unequip those. Bullets. 68 armor piercing bullet plus damage 1 upgrade. Insert the StarCraft 2 Terra music. Because I just got that upgrade from them. You know, from the like the tech lab or whatever it's called. Engineering bay. Look, I play Protoss. I don't know. All right, let's see how this does. Hey, how's it going? Perish. Okay, I've angered the neighbors and I'm shooting bolts faster than I can build them. Alright, I guess I was a little bit too eager to go in and commit murders. I'll step back for a second, get a bit more of a backlog, but I do think this is enough. I also want the grenade. The grenade provides a 35 explosive damage on hit. Individual bullets do 8 plus 0.8 physical damage. Throwing speed 2 per second. Throwing speed... There's no throwing speed. There, automation 2 finished. Good. Military science is available. I don't really need it. So let's invent barrel technology. Barrel time is soon upon us, though I don't know if I can use the music because I've gotten a lot more self-conscious about, like, copyright infringement, just ethically, now that I'm making money doing this. And by I'm making money doing this, I mean, like, I'm getting, like, on average 1 cent per stream. But still, I suddenly feel bad about, like, exploiting the work of others. Dead. Now, I don't actually know if I have the firepower to take down this thing down there. I do feel good about my military conquest up to this point, but, you know, as we all know, military is a logistics fight. Can I build bullet and distribute bullet to its desired destination faster than they can build enemy? And the answer is I don't really know. A biter spawner has 350 health. It has 15% resistance to explosion and 15% resistance to physical. A grenade deals 35 damage on contact, which means that, ignoring the damage resistance, 10 grenades would blow up a spawner. Which means that with effective use of grenades, I can probably destroy the large biter area as long as my grenades hit multiple targets at once. And by multiple targets, I mainly mean multiple buildings. Like, if I can hit one right in the middle of these 4 buildings, they'll all take the 35 minus 15% damage. And, like, dropping all 14 should blow up all the buildings utterly. Just completely, no question. And then I can save the bullets for the biters and then just to finish the job. So, let's try that out. I'm going to wait until I actually have a grenade supply. I can throw them at a rate of 1 every 2 seconds, but they're built at a crafting speed of 8 seconds. Which means I'm going to need like 80% of the grenades that I'm planning on using before I can run in haphazardly. I kind of want circuit network. Circuit network is a very complicated field. There's a lot you can do with it. It opens up an entire new angle of doing stuff in this game. But it's important here because we don't have chests. We can't detect by looking into a cargo wagon with the wiring whether it's full or not, which means that we need to use a bit more advanced tactics to be able to selectively turn on and off train stations to declare whether or not it needs resources or not. Now, to do that anyway, we need electronic circuits anyway, but it's going to be even harder than usual. This is the calm before the war. It's quiet. Ominous. Let's see what can be done. 10. With 4 bullets left, it will take 32 seconds. I have 10 bullets that will take a combined total of 20 seconds. So we probably want like 1 more bullet. 24, 22, 1 more grenade. Then we go in with everything we've got. Go. Okay. Bullets on the biters. 1 grenade to thin the herd. Oh, I can throw grenades much faster than I thought. I'm out of bullets. I need to go. Well, we didn't win, but we won. Which is kind of like winning. We've thinned the threat without actually doing a decisive cleanup of their base. We ran out of resources, as I feared would happen. What's left over there? 6 buildings, maybe some worms. Second verse, same as the first. Meanwhile, let's build the iron drill thing. And to make room for it, let's clear out this thing. Actually, I think we have enough space that we can build this one horizontally. There's good. Little awkward placing the rails manually. For it, wait for it. Oh, I have no cargo wagons. Oops. Well, that's a little damper on my bullet production. Oops. There we are. I'm about to use my automation to my advantage. I'm going to build an assembly machine. Cancel all the bullets. I'm going to build one assembly machine to make grenades while I personally craft bullets. I can change my character color. Heck yeah, we're going full cyan. Wait, maybe a little. Yeah, we're blue now. That look good? I mean, that looks good. Cool. You completely override that. You will make grenade. While I will make bullet. optimizing. How's the factory doing, by the way? So during the daytime, we do actually have enough electricity to get us going. It's just at the nighttime that we're having problems. Good grenade. Stone's full. Let's get the brick. We can actually build a lot of walls now. Start filling in this area down here. But since we're destroying this facility anyway, this choke point isn't really relevant if we're expanding all the way out here. Ah, great. There's a potential for enemies in the north. We'll choose to stop building grenades once we have enough. Once we've built all the bullets I can. This is the last steel we're going to have for a while because I'm dismantling the steel production. Just tidying up for future developments. How much iron we got? We got plenty of iron. Actually, maybe this can build the new steel production. Oh, we need electric. Oh, you are kidding me. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. They're destroying my facility. No, they're destroying the infrastructure for the power. They're gonna disable the factory. You chump. Okay, that's it. We're going to war. First off, I am repairing that solar panel. And then I'm building a turret to defend it. How dare they? Here, you get like 20 bullet. I'm saving the rest for myself. Also, did you see that? Another enemy was walking towards it. This is outrageous. My grenades. There's my grenades. You messed with the wrong me. I'm an engineer. That means I solve problems. And I'm about to solve you! Perish. There. I feel much better now. A little bit of catharsis. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. Hostiles to the north are a possibility. I mean, hostiles anywhere are a possibility. And they will keep being a possibility as we develop. Perhaps we should designate this whole area over here as a no man's land. We've cleared it out, but we just don't want to participate in it. So instead of trying to find a way to bridge that gap, let's just build our vertical wall here. We'll take this peninsula here, like steal off like here, make a wall here, and then go from this tiny lake up, using the cliffs to our advantage to sort of to extend upwards to reach this lake, and then we'll go across horizontally. So our full territory will be like from this giant lake to this tiny lake to this little outlet here and this little bridge here, and then down the bottom across this line that we've established earlier. Established. I am a established wall. Distinguished is probably what I meant to say. In that joke, not initially. I want to start designing the mall factories. I'm going to take inspiration from the design I used last time and sort of center it around one single cargo wagon. So let's start building. Let's say here. There. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm going to need more inserters than just that. Or, sorry, assemblers. Oh, I'm missing literal iron. There's literal iron. This is the inserter factory. We're going to need inserters. We're going to need long-handed. We're going to need fast. and probably filter. Eventually, we'll also need to build stack and stack filter, but that could be an extended module off to the side. Now, what makes this interesting is that inserter and fast inserter are ingredients to other inserters. Now, this is kind of why I wanted to do this in this style. So we want inserters. Long-handed. Fast and long-handeds are going to be our, like, bread and butter. Then we'll need filters for, like, interfacing with parts of the factory, especially these cargo wagons. And then stack inserters will be, like, our next level bread and butter once we become filthy, stinking rich. Speaking of stack inserters, why can't I build them? What's required? Oh, okay. This entire technology line is required. Right, because advanced circuits. Which is why we need to be filthy stinking rich to have such exotic bread and butter. Exotic bread, exotic butter. Well, I guess I have no choice. I gotta start processing oil. That's gonna open up a whole can of worms. And a whole... we're not even opening up cans, we're opening up barrels. That is literally the actions we're gonna perform. Anyway. So I mean, that's inserters. This can be fast inserters. This could be long-handed. This can be filter. That'll work, in theory. Because then it's just a matter of inserter in, inserter out for each. And for most of these, it'll work implicitly because inserters know what the assembler that they're attached to needs. So these will work without using filters. As will this. The only thing we're missing is ingredients for all of these. We need iron plate, iron gear, electronic circuit. An electronic circuit. Eventually, we'll also need advanced circuits for the stack inserters and the stack filter inserters, but we don't have to care just yet. And I can't put them in yet because we haven't unlocked that item. Now, as for input, we could try... completely ignoring the problem for the time being. I want to see because my idea is maybe we can just build the gears and electronic circuits here on site. Like, if I had another assembler, like make this be the gear machine. So it'll take the iron out of this box and put the gears back in. The electronic circuit is a bit tougher because it needs copper. And it's the only thing that needs copper here, aside from the advanced circuit, but that's later. But it could also take the iron out of here and then put it back and then put the circuits back in. But it means that then this factory would need copper as an input, which it probably needs anyway because those circuits have to come from somewhere. But then if we're doing all of the manufacturing on site, then we're eventually going to also need plastic as an input. Because advanced circuits, they use plastic, I think. I'm going to check, just so I'm not... Yes, they do need plastic. Because then we'd need like a copper, plastic. It becomes a mess. The other problem is that you need a filter inserter for this. Oh, hey, data injection has occurred. Somebody used this place today. Hurrah. There's a lot to consider here. It's like you have to make assumptions. It's not that you make assumptions, that you have to commit to a thing that you're making. You have to, like, decide. And then you have to commit to it or change it later. And that's not a comfortable thing to do in a lot of circumstances. But, like, this is enough. And we have three... Well, we have the four inputs here. We can have the iron plate, we can have the iron gear, we can have the electronic circuits just coming from the side. From this, you know, this piped in area. And then once we get advanced circuits, we can put the bonus stuff on the bottom. So this is a legal way of doing it. And I kind of like it. It's short and efficient. I'm going to cheese it and make all of the places we're not using bullet. And then this can be our inserter factory. I'm going to Control-C, copy it so it's in our copy-paste bar. And then I'll move it to somewhere useful. I suppose a lot of manufacturing is happening near the crash site. So I suppose I can just let it keep happening near the crash site. So, out of simply just like a pure desire to make sure I put this down somewhere, I'll put it down... Here, I guess. A lot of activity on place all of a sudden. Happy about this. Out, in, out, in. And then we're going to need another one eventually. Well, I could always just provide resources for this thing manually for the time being. I'm out of iron completely. Oil processing's done. Then I guess if we're going to be doing the push to stack inserter, we will need plastic. So let's get plastic. Meanwhile, connect up the electricity to this facility down here. Allegedly, why isn't... Oh, ghost. Right, there we go. Now we can put some dummy steel in there. I can build an arbitrary amount of... No, I can't, because I just took all my iron. We'll take half the iron out, make that half into electronic circuits. The barrels, they're here. I can hear the music in my head. Seven, 6, 5. Oh, right, I'm going to need some of these to be gears as well. Of course. It's the circuit. And then all of the gears I own. So they've all been built into filter inserters because the inserters went in, then they went into the fast inserter, and then they went to the long-handed, or not the long-handed, into the filter. So awkwardly, it's going to fill up with filter inserters before it builds any fast inserters. That's fine, though. Let's start working on the inputs to this thing. Because what we need is a machine to make gears and a machine to make electronic circuits. And then we're one machine short. Need 35, I only have 27. And the factory's slowing down. There. So one of these will be pure iron. Let's make it this one arbitrarily. This one's going to split off and make gears. Nothing too fancy, just direct in and out. Make the offset by 1. Yeah, like that'll work. And this will be the gear machine. Then we need it to also branch out here to build the electronic circuits. Put it one closer so that I can use the fast inserter to go straight into this line. And this is electronic circuits. Meanwhile, there will also be an associated facility building the copper cable. Fast inserter there. And then long-handed from the copper source. And this is all we need. Now we just need to get the copper and iron over here. Now, for lack of a permanent solution, I'm just going to cheese it. Ah, great. I don't even remember what was there. Was that a mining drill? No, that's a mining drill. What were you? Oh, the light. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reorganizing. So here, 2, 3. Steel furnaces is the new meta. Whoosh. Great. Now I just gotta build a billion long-handed inserters and funnel it all over to here. And I guess build power poles to match. I did just spend all of my steel making those furnaces. Oops. I guess I can use the small electric poles for now. Till I have a steel supply. Oops. That alignment is perfect. This is shooting our science production in the foot, but I don't really care all that much. Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I need more copper. Funnel the copper in from the left. Make it easier. It's always more iron, then it's always more copper, then it's always more iron, then it's always more copper. And eventually you get advanced in the game, and then suddenly it's always more plastic, or always more sulfur, or always more oil. It's always more. Take what we can get. To try and help bolster this, I'm going to intentionally put the... No, wait. I ruined something, maybe. Hopefully no actual iron got into that line, otherwise I will accidentally be making steel. Oops. Oh, wait, that means that I shouldn't do this either. Oh, that was almost terrible. Making mistakes. Make sure you don't get your resources confused. We are almost ready. Yeah, I'll just pipe it from this end. Actually, hold on. If the only thing that needs the electric circuits is the... No, the filter needs it too. Never mind. I was thinking I could just put them straight into this machine. I can't. I could by putting it straight into there and then putting that straight into there, but it's not worth it. It might be worth it, actually. I just think this is cooler to commit to the design. Three, two. Now we just need the power. What were you supposed to be inputting? Well, it's working, I think. I don't remember what the last input was. Was there one? Iron gear, electric circuit. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. Sure. here, out here, out here, up, up, out. We don't need it for that one. Now the arms are in sync across the entire facility. I reckon this place could use the same treatment. Three, two, one. Now I just gotta keep them fueled. Now inserters will be mine. Okay, a little bit of bad news. We have no more steel production. I'm going to divert this last one because it's not really being used to make steel. But why stop there? There. Plastics are done. Fluid wagon is utterly useless to us because barrel technology. I mean the necessity of barrel technology, not the fact that it exists. Let's see here. Heavy armor. I feel like there's a bunch of like minor ones that we don't care about that we could probably just get done with. But what matters, I think, is the stack inserter boost and just actually developing the factory itself. Got chemical plants, we got oil refineries, we got pump jacks. We can process oil. The most available oil field, I believe, for us is this one down here. It's got a 943% yield. There is one to the north with more oil, but it's also slightly outside of our prospective territory. This one is too, but it's also just less defended, period. We wall off from here, over here, get a little angle there, and we'll be good. Speaking of prospects, how's the radar doing? It hasn't reached its maximum distance yet, but it should be getting close. Should maybe make some radar outposts, possibly. How's this going? Well, the electronic circuits are piling up. Understandable, considering. Wait, why aren't the gears operating? Oh, come on. That's unfair. I've misaligned the iron gear. I've misaligned this whole thing, actually. But this is an easy fix. Thank goodness it's an easy fix. Wait, the fix is not yet in. Put it there. No. It goes here. It goes there. So this goes here. Yes, yes, okay, we fixed it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, okay, now everything's working. Every inserter that I expect to be moving is moving. And I'm expecting all of them to be moving. Great. Good, 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 good. A lovely factory. Both of the inserters should also have a few rooms of buffer. This will be where the advanced plates go. Stack inserters will go down here. And then everything will be cool. Also, just to limit on electricity consumption. Gonna alter the alignment of the electronic circuits just a bit. Move it here instead. So that I can put the long-handed inserters for the iron plate there. It saves on 2 inserters, but it's an improvement. distribute the fuel. We are getting good supplies of everything. It's not the same wacky, convoluted mess it was before, but I like it. It's still a wacky mess of inserters and things. Kind of want to savor it before we go hard into railroad infrastructure. Well, the filters are full. I'm gonna make it 2 of everything. The rest, gone. What's missing, though? Is it just... the iron isn't making it to the end because it's being used for gears and plates too much? Possibly. I suppose we don't really have an effective way of distributing the resources around. Granted, it will all fill up. It will all finish and be good. It's just... unfortunately, we're waiting for it to backlog on the ingredients before it backlogs on the actual product we want. Here's an awkward way to maybe pull that off. For now. Everything is always temporary forever. It's all about the hip, new, modern approach to things that keeps changing the old way, that gets changed eventually by the newer new way. Power is good now that we've sort of finished backlogging all of our giant drill production systems. But we kind of want to put them to better use than this. And the way to do that is with actual trains. Build some engines. What do we need for engines? Steel plate, iron gear, pipe. Here's some steel plate. the ratio on that? 1 steel plate, 1 iron gear, 2 pipe. Okay. 20. How much do we need for 1 train? 20. So this will make 100. This will make 20. Oh, look out, we're holding pipe. For some reason, I was under the impression that 1 steel plate made 2 pipe. I appear to be mistaken. Oh well. Once that's done, we'll have 20 engine. Let's build 20 more. We can't, we don't have enough iron. Why has this stopped? Why have you stopped? Because you have no iron. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oops. Heh. A lovely land. Let's start building the wall. Here, you take that. I'll come back when you're done. Start building the wall. I have a lot of stone. We can make a lot of wall out of it. 129 wall to be exact. Why stop there? We can make an additional 60. Let's talk where this wall's going. Going up this way. We need to connect to this lake here. The easiest way to do that is the simplest. Then we need to go up. If we sort of hug where the cliffs are, we can use them to substitute for walls that we don't necessarily have. What? Okay, good. Here. Straight up. I've completely forgotten just how fast you run out of wall, making a wall this big. Yeah, we are just out of stone. I'm going back and getting more. Then again, we can't really build the wall much further because there's a biter nest in the way. But you can kind of see what I'm doing. Currently, the wall does nothing but possibly serve as an early alert system and a symbolic, to me personally, marking of the territory we want to have. But it also just gives me a peace of mind. Makes me feel like, hey, I'm actually a little safe right now. How's the radar going? Looking for any blips on the map that is slightly brighter than the area surrounding it? There. Well, that means that the radar has mapped out its maximum distance, and we've still not found a lake in the top left. Looking at the resource distribution, we're kind of starved on coal. The closest coal patch that we have that isn't the one we're using right now is this one. It's got plenty of coal, but it's also outside of the territory we marked out. We may need to build sort of a dedicated defensive outpost there. We got plenty of everything else. Stone, copper, iron, even uranium. Not oil, though. Not coal, though. Do I just call the line here? I suppose so. Okay, that's just annoying. Alright, time for a little investing. Swapping out these furnaces for steel furnaces will make further stone production in the future go much faster. And that leaves me with 17 wall. It's enough. I hope. It's enough. Good. We now have a sort of comprehensive defensive perimeter from here all the way up to here. Anything that wants to get through will have to bite their way through, which will alert us to their presence, or we'll have to go around, which is already defended somewhat by gun. It means that I can direct my paranoia elsewhere. The engine's done. No. Advanced electronics, though, is. We could make a car, but I want the stack inserter. Do I want the stack inserter? I mean, I want everything here, eventually. It's a question of what I want first. Mining productivity is available to us now. That's a good long-term investment, but it's sort of the thing you want once you've once you're going infinite, and we're not going infinite just yet. Sulfur can pave the way for better technology, which is always good. If we put the effort into during uranium, we could actually make like a cool power plant. That'd be neat. Steel axe, weapon shooting, military science, landfill, gate. We could go with gate. If we're going to have that call outpost beyond our walls, we're going to need walls to surround it and a gate to get the train in. Oh, you know what I really want? I really want laser technology. Eventually. That's what I want for the wall. I want laser turrets so I don't have to, you know, have the logistics of bringing bullets to all those places. Hey, look at that. We're starting to build a proper collection of inserters. Bottleneck appears to be iron gears. Which, fair enough. I think it's time. Let's build a train. Nothing too fancy, just something simple to sort of prove the concepts we've made so far. Oh. Oh, I have an idea. What if we use this open section of here as a train stop? So a train can, like, move in, dump off, like, the iron plate or the gear or whatever, and then just leave. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay, here's the cool idea. I want to build, like, a factory train. Like, one train with a bunch of different resources it holds, but that most of those resources are the ingredients for the other resources it holds. So let's say it fills up with, like, iron and copper to start with or something. It'll then go to a factory that'll take out some of the iron and make iron gears. It'll then go to a different factory that will take the copper and turn it into copper wire. It'll then go to a third factory that will take the iron plate and the copper wire and make electronic circuits. It will then go here and drop all of it off. And then go back, get the iron and copper. And that the way the inventory of the train is designed is that it will have, like, at the end of the whole system, it will have, you know, 2 stacks of iron plates, 2 stacks of iron gear, 2 stacks of electronic circuits, and everything else just empty. And it'll stay here, it'll drop off what it can, and then it'll go back to, like, where it needs to go and fill up those pieces again. But always making sure it has enough raw materials when it leaves the first place to build up a full 2 stacks of the derivative ingredients. This is a nutty idea. I am very excited for it. Now, it won't matter because the moment it starts backlogging over here, it'll stop mattering. And at this place, it should probably just leave this factory once one of the 3 inputs is empty. Otherwise, it'll just get stuck here or just keep moving unnecessarily. But I want to quick math out what the ratios would look like on that. So for our test, 2 gear. Well, let's start here. 2 iron plate to end. 2 iron gear to end. 2 electronic circuit to end. Iron gear is... I'm checking the numbers here. 2 iron plate for each. But the question is, what's a stack of each? Because I have the sneaking suspicion it's 50. Stop. Build all the gears. I'm looking this up. Stack size is 100. Okay. Good to know. Anyway. Back to here. So that means we're going to need twice iron for those. The electronic circuit is 1 copper plate and 3 copper cable. Well, the one iron plate's pretty simple because it's going to be another 4 because it's going to be 1 per 2 stacks. That's all the iron. Then 3 copper cable. What's the raw material count for electronic circuits? It's 1.5 plate of copper per electronic circuit. And we want 400 of them. So what if we just do the copper cable conversion on site? Like instead of going to one place to make cables, we make the entire electronic circuit at one site. Then it would be 600. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we cancel this. Put the iron plate here. And then we remove all those. This is our factory. This is our factory train. Like, this is weird, but it'll work. Meanwhile, our engine should be done. But I'm out of iron. There we go. I should put that back now. So. The train will just mosey on in here. Also, let's just put in our filters. There's a train station, rail signal, chain signal, cargo wagon, Well, the cargo wagon's like an entirely separate entity. Let's just put the train there, and then the cargo wagon here. Hot bars of meth, no worries. In order to gauge the measurements on this, I'm going to have to take out the iron system for a moment. It's fine, it was backlogged anyway. So we will have... Wait, am I out of rail? I am. Gate's finished. Let's get a bigger inventory. More? Oh, that's interesting. The alignment of the inventory wagon is not the alignment of a train station. Which means no matter what we do, we can't have the full 12 long-handed inserters here. It shouldn't matter, but it is interesting. Am I missing iron? Of course it's iron. It's always iron. I've kind of locked myself out of the getting on track like a pro achievement because I've not really cared about the trains, just the wagons themselves. That said, I've already been, like, the first stream was more than 2 hours, so of course I wasn't going to get it. There we go. So the idea is this wagon will go here. Pick up the iron. Then pick up the copper. Then go to an intermediate ingredient factory where it will make the iron gears and the electric circuits and all that. Then go to the actual manufacturing place there. And I think we can all do this on one line. I'm missing stone. It's always stone. Trying to start a thing where I'm like, what am I missing? X? It's always X. I think it'd be funny. Well, as far as the turn goes, that's going to be awkward. But it's fine. The factory's been holding steady. I'm pleased by this. I'll need 3 more stations. I don't need rail signals right now because this is all just going to be on one track done by one train. It's a very isolated system. Doesn't matter where I put this. So close. Not quite. Like one more further back, maybe? That's the opposite direction. Ghost rail planner. Oh, that's not going to work because I don't have enough clearance for the rest of the train. So I guess I do want this awkwardly shoehorned at the end. Yeah, I getcha. Now I'm thinking I want the steel axe because I'm going to be ripping up a rail track for a while. Meanwhile, that should be the extent of what I need to change. Give or take, moving the electricity to compensate. Then we just look for where we can make this turn. Yeah, the station is awkward, but it's fine. As long as we don't go directly from copper to here or from here to copper. Should be good. Now to shoot my iron production in the foot, just to get this line ready. One, two, three. Is it alright that the back engine's not going to be able to face forward? I hope so. Then I'm going to put the intermediate material. So it's going to go iron, copper, intermediate, final, iron, copper, intermediate, final. So it's iron, copper, then intermediate. So the station should be on this side. And there will be 2 machines here. Well, 3 machines. One makes the iron gear wheel. 2 more assembly machines. Need more iron for another assembly machine. It's always iron. Yeah, see, like, this is a circumstance where we need the filter inserter. Or do we? No, we don't. We just got to do a little awkward pass-around handoff. Do we want to do an awkward pass-around handoff? I don't think we do. Well, if that... Oh, wait, this is the... This is the copper plate input. This is going to make the wires. Which means we can fit this one here. Yeah, let's just do the awkward pass-off thing. It's like 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's awkward, but it'll work. Tool belt's finished. Let's get that steel axe. Did you know steel axe used to be an item? An absolutely inconvenient time in the Factorio verse. Now we've got some nice quantities of inserters. We can start getting wacky with it. Okay. This is done. That's done. The intermediate factory's done. The output factory's done. Now we just gotta do some fancy magic here. Oh, right. I've never named any of the factories. We don't need to. Let's start with Chiron. You are waiting until you have an iron plate quantity of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 100. Times 100. So 1,000. Set. And wait for it to be equal to or greater than that. Then you will go to Anticalio for item count copper plate greater than or equal to 200. No, it's 600. I remember that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Then you will go to StimSim. Wait for item count. There's going to be several things. Iron gear wheel greater than or equal to 200. Let's do stacks. and item count electric circuit greater than or equal to 400 because 2 stacks. Let's confirm. Yes, yes. And we want that to be an AND condition. Then go to Madzuri. Wait for any of the following. Iron plate empty. Or copper plate empty. Or electronic circuit empty. Or gear empty. Let's make that less than or equals to, just to be the most expressive possible. I don't imagine we would be able to get negative items into a train wagon, but just to be certain. I'm also going to add a custom weight condition for like 10 seconds to pass at Anticalio, because I want that to be where we input fuel for the train, because the coal station is right there. Also, steel axe is done. Let's get well, let's get stack inserter, I guess. It's gonna be a while before it's our bread and butter, but it's enough for now. So wait, it's actually ready. Okay. Let's test it. Ready, set. I'm gonna paint it blue because I want it to be. All right, ready, set, go. Okay. It's filling up with the iron. This is going to take a while, I realize. We may want to move the intermediate station over a bit, as well as the station, so that we can have a buffer wagon just to put iron plate in here, but that's a separate issue. While that's going on, I'm going to look at the map again, because I just like looking at the map. Actually, well, here, I'll pick up some steel. I want you to be blue. Actually, the red-blue dichotomy looks pretty cool. We're going to go to pure red, though, for you. I've underestimated how long it would take. Okay, it did properly update. Good. Why did I never set you to build electronic circuits? Up, right, down. Electricity. Fixed it. While that's there, let's hook up the coal resupply. It shouldn't take much fuel to span this tiny distance, but I want to be prepared. These long-handed inserters are now obsolete. In fact, this whole factory, like this side of the factory is obsolete. We don't need it anymore. This up. Excellent. Oh, we're almost full on the iron. Oh, this will push down this copper line as well. I may need to. Does it fit? Does it fit? It'll fit. Okay. Good. I mean, this will have to move as well, but whatever. You know what? I've got enough steel plate to help with the cause. Alright, let's get in. Wait for the transfer. 90, 93, 96, 99. Here we go. Alright, we're moving. Out and over to here. Where the fuel gets filled up. And then I've got, you know, some spare iron plate that I can contribute as well. In fact, I can just fill it up for it. Now, if I've mathed this correctly, this should be enough so that once we've extracted everything else, we should have 2 stacks of iron, 2 stacks of iron gears, 2 stacks of electric circuits. Oops, I've accidentally opened the terminal. And go. Here we are. Factory's going. It's looking like the ratios are vaguely correct. The bottleneck appears to be the cable production. Now we could always use filter inserters to sort of like modularize this. It just doesn't seem necessary right now. Oh, they're both halfway done at about the same rate, too. It's possible I have... No, wait, the electric circuits is a quarter of the way done. I'm sorry. It does mathematic. But the ratios do appear to be what's happening. Well, the gears are going fine, at least. I can't really contribute to this one because it would mess up the math behind this whole operation. So we kind of just need to trust the system here. Though I can definitely see that we are in the market for more assembly machines to make this work. We could turn this into a we could mirror this. We can literally just do this again, but on the other side. I'm a genius. You want throughput? This is how you get throughput. Wait, this won't work. There's the possibility that, like, an iron cable will be on one side that's needed on the other side. Oh, jeez. This does not work. Or at least it has the potential to not work. We are going to have to stuff it all on one side. That is fine. That's fine. I'll accept it. Or... better idea. System's gone into a little bit of imbalance. The idea, though, is we can at the very least remove the bottleneck of this. This. Because now it doesn't matter. The copper plates, yeah, they're split, but they're always going to be used one at a time. And we'll cycle back around into here. Now, of course, my meddling has ruined the test, but I think this is a better solution long term. I'm just gonna steal a little bit of iron from here to top off that section right there. Then I'll get back in the train and put the gear. But ultimately, when it's all done, it'll go here. It'll leave immediately for some reason. Oh wait, no. There should be no copper. No copper test. It's just these three. My bad. Now to unload at maximum power. Maximum power in this context means just do that. Anyway, stacked insert is done. Let's get the inserter capacity bonuses, because we'll eventually get the inserter capacity bonus for regular inserters. And then everything we've built so far will suddenly be better. Double the throughput, double the capacity. It'll be great. And then it just goes back here. Back to Matsuri for a second. I gotta do some alterations here. So now when it tries to come back, it'll say cannot reach, and it will just sit there for a bit, thus allowing me time to work. Cargo wagon there. More power poles. There. Now that's a buffer. No. There, fixed it. Wait for it. Precision engineering. Yes. Then we put these in. Oh, okay. Train's about to barrel in over here, I think. No, it's still filling up. Actually. We've got the space for that one. Now that we're using rail tracks, we need to keep in mind another facet of no conveyor belt technology. We cannot inserter over rails. It just won't allow itself to drop it on top of rails. And we don't have inserter equivalent of an underground transport belt, which means that just for now and forever, no inserters can go across these rail lines that we build. Unless we destroy the rail lines themselves. Other than that, feeling good. Let's put some lights down. It's been a bit. We want to see our beautiful work in the dark of the dark. Beautiful. That said, I think I'm seeing the lights flicker. Yep, that's the old power supply problems. Accumulators could fix that, but I'm pretty sure we need sulfuric acid. Yeah. Not to mention all of the associated technologies. We need those too. We done yet? Get impatient. Just here, take it and go. That's more like it. Plenty. Look at that harmonious union of motion. Here, and it's building up the excess. Though it does seem like the thing we are lacking the most at the inserter factory is just iron plate. So all this that we've built is a little overkill. I think that works. Even if it doesn't, an off by 1 of iron is a lot less disastrous than an off by 1 of copper. We have numeric exact amounts of the copper plate that we need for the 400 electronic circuit. We cannot lose one. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, go. So in this circumstance, it should stay here until all 600 iron plate is used, or one of the other ancillary resources is taken care of. This whole thing has ended up working quite well. Perhaps over-engineered in some places, but I am proud of it. I'm not even sure what we're going to run out of first. I'm happy it works now. Inserters are almost no object to us now. There is a sense where they are going to cause a lot of electricity usage, but we can work with it. I mean, conveyor belts, they were a little cheaty. You could put them on the ground. They cost no electricity. You could just place them anywhere and they would move stuff around. That's not physics. And, even if they had the physics to do that, like built-in solar panel and battery that just worked perpetually. We didn't unlock solar panels or batteries yet. You don't even need electricity to run them. They just sit there and exist, and it's a nutty thing. I believe there's a mod out there somewhere that causes conveyor belts to require electricity, but that they themselves also, transfer electricity to their attached components. Kind of like Minecraft-powered rails. But nah, we already got inserters. This is wonderful. We just have stuff now. The factory has a function. I want to try and build more devices like this one. Just a mall factory that builds a particular type of thing. I want one for electricity transmission, and I want one for the buildings we build, like the assemblers and the mining drills, and I guess that's it. I mean, if I include some stone, brick, and steel, I could probably make pump jacks and solar panels and stuff. Well, I guess solar panels would be made at the energy transmission site. Yeah, we got options. This is also looking quite good. Hey, the train left on its own volition. Gonna get some copper. You're practically full already. I have a question. Do people say absolutely because it's like a slightly more mathematical way of saying positively? Because like people say, well, like I'm positively certain of a thing. I'm absolutely certain of a thing. And positively, like positive is probably, I don't know exactly why we say that for emphasis, but the connection between positive and like absolute is that the absolute value of a thing is strictly a positive number. Like the absolute value of -5 is going to be 5, which is a positive number. So positive and absolute in that sense are kind of synonyms. I know there's synonyms already, but they're like they're synonyms in this and metaphor as well. So I'm wondering if one was co-opted because it's a synonym in another context. If that makes sense. Does it make sense? I don't know. So proud of this train. It's like a fairly complicated machine. Like the mechanism is kind of interesting. Like it takes the iron and copper and only purely along the line, not really deviating from the rails that much. We've sort of built up each individual component. I wonder if we could extend this to like how far we can push this idea of like a coasting factory train. It's definitely interesting. I would like to explore it further. Let's go doot around to the different modules. It's certainly in defiance of the sort of concept of an assembly line, but it's still cool. And we can definitely use it for things we want to build in bulk, but not necessarily part of a consumption line. Like, you know, our malls can be built like this. And I think that'd be cool. You done yet? 15 more. You are soon to be full. Okay, that's capacity 1. Let's get capacity 2, and that's going to give us our boost. The throughput of everything everywhere is about to increase. Seems that we have an actual, like, inserter throughput problem for these ones on the edge. Possibly also in general, but... Oh, there goes the train. What it ran out of. Iron plate, of course. I'm willing to declare this a success. I'm claiming victory here. We've made a compelling and interesting system. And we did it with vague electricity problems. Oof. I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna just give us a nice little abstract shot of like our big contribution to society. And I'm declaring this stream over. I've streamed for 3.5 hours. I do not usually stream for 3.5 hours. I usually stream for 2 hours. So I'm enjoying the Factorio times. They're chill and relaxing, and yeah, I gotta think, but it's a chill think. I mean, I invented this nutty thing. See what happens. But I'm gonna go. Gotta pace myself. It's been a good time though. Thank you for joining. I'm Exception X. This is IntTV. Tune in for more this, more not this, more me, more not me. Quint's still in the preparation phase for triumphant return. Not gonna detail what the return plan is, mostly because I forgot. But look forward to it. If I can figure out how to compile programs on Mac computers, then Quint can also run the place at the top. Don't know if that's going to happen due to the laziness on my part, honestly. Compilers are... I just type the code, all right? I don't want to deal with compilers or build configurations. I just want to type the semicolons. I want to add the pluses. I want to make the smart pointers. That's what I enjoy in programming. I'm gonna go. Have a good night. Have a good night. Beach. I've ran out of pod points at the exact end of the stream. Have a good day. And good night.